Hey guys, I just want to make a quick video going over why I think Dying Light 2 will never be the game that the community wanted it to be. And that's for about 3 reasons. The time it's been since launch, the stun locking combat, just general gameplay annoyances, and the community feedback, believe it or not, I'll get into that later. First point I want to bring out is it's been a little over 2 years since the game was released, and a lot of people are much happier with it now than they were at launch, but I also think that it's kind of in a bad state still. There are a lot of things that Techland could or should be focused on in terms of the gameplay that have just been overlooked. For example, the viral leap just recently got fixed, and that problem has plagued the game since launch. Another thing, the biter grab, that is still horrendous, but those things had to go. At least one of them is fixed. It just makes me concerned for things like with the upcoming tower raid, which is going to be in a confined space. We're going to be seeing all of the worst parts of the gameplay coming out in your face. I don't think that's gonna be a fun game mode for people. Some are excited for it. I'm a little skeptical. Basically, the point for this is it's been so long for a game to fix itself, and it's still not quite at a point where I'd even want it to be released. Second point, with the gameplay annoyances that I sort of already talked about, have you been playing this game and you just think to yourself, something doesn't feel that good about playing this? You wouldn't be alone, because I feel that every single time I play, and I'm kind of sick of it. I'm kind of done with the whole feel of Dying Light 2. I want something new. I want something better than what we have right now. This goes for things like bad collision detection, new animations, like especially with the finishers they added. Have you ever gotten the one where you kick them and they just kind of phase into the wall? Yeah, that's weird. That tackle animation where you get them off a roof and you go, it's weirdly intimate. Just the game feels so rough to play, unpolished. It's not a good experience, and it concerns me for something like with DLC 2 coming out. I want something to feel good, and that's just so concerning for this franchise. I'm afraid these types of problems are going to be in the third game, which they almost certainly are going to be working on at some point in the next few years. And the reasons why this is going to make it not the game we want it to be is because the feel of Dying Light is half of why we loved it. The fear, the combat, the parkour, those things reeled us in and hooked us. We wanted Dying Light 2 to have that same feeling on us. Didn't happen. And I don't think it ever will, because that's too expensive, it would take too much time and effort, and I think they're probably just past that point, and they don't really see the importance of it for Dying Light 2. Last point, number 3, why I think Dying Light 2 will never be the game we want it to be, is because of community feedback. This one's probably a little bit controversial because a lot of you like the idea of having your voice heard, especially when thinking of other companies like EA and the Battlefront games and Battlefield. Like, we think of it like they don't hear us, they don't listen to us, and we value Techland, and I will commend them for it. It's nice, but we're also not really getting any unique content. We're getting things and suggesting things that we've already had in the previous game and what we've seen in other games that have just done this sort of thing better. When you think about it a little bit more, it makes you feel a little less special, a little bit less like you're being heard and you're just nagging them to do better. I don't like that. And I also think that the game's identity is so convoluted. Is it an RPG? Is it a live service game? Is it meant to be a single player story? Is it a parkour game? Is it a zombie game? There are so many conflicting things. Like, one of the mechanics does something well and then the other side of it doesn't. It's such a jumble, it's a dumpster fire of a game, which is why I think community feedback is a problem. They need to have an idea for what they want to do, and they need to do it because, after all, they're the professionals. We're paying for that game. They need to do it well. It's as simple as that. And that's what I want to see for DLC 2, Tower Raid, and Dying Light 3. That's gonna do it for this video. Let me know what you guys think. I'm particularly curious to hear what you guys think of my take on the community feedback. But if you like Dying Light 2 content, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. I'll see you all in the next video.